Okay, so the next step now, we've got the drums going. We're happy with the drums. It's running over 126 BPM. It's got a nice feel to it. I feel say it's got enough space in there. So the next step now, we're going to add some melodies, some musical elements to the drums, and then see how we get on from there. So how we're going to do it, there's many ways of doing it. We're going to, for those of you that don't play keyboards or don't know any musical theory, then this will be a great way to kind of get ideas down real quick and play around with different ideas really, really quickly. Yeah. So using a combination of various one-shots, all working off each other. So the first step we're going to do is literally right-click and we're going to create a drum rack. Insert MIDI track. And then we're going to go to drum rack. Drag and drop the drum rack into the MIDI track. There you see it comes up here. And then what we're going to do, we're going to play around with various one-shots on the pad and see how they work with each other. So a lot of this now is relying on your ear, just to kind of get a feel. I think this way is really good because you come up with some really interesting ideas that you probably would never program. You know what I mean? You'll just come up with some really intricate, creative ideas, of which some chords may not work in theory together, but somehow it works. So this is a great way of just kind of playing around with different one shots and just seeing what works. And then just coming up with coming up with something really, really creative. So okay, so I'm gonna go into our sample packs folder, and I'm gonna go for one of my early sample packs, Jeremy Sylvester Producer Sound Library Volume 2. I know there's some great one shots in here. So yeah, we go into the one shots chords hits folder. Let's have a flick through. All right, so this one's got my attention. I quite like. This could really start the riff. I quite like how it's set. So I'm gonna drag and drop that into C1 pad in the drum rack. And I'm just gonna put it in classic mode and just bring the release all the way back to 1 millisecond. All right, let's see what else. So that's going on the one pad. And we're going to flick through some other sounds. Bearing in mind how this sounds and see if we can find something that can kind of complement that. So a lot of this is going by ear as well. Okay, so that's got my attention. Let me drag and drop that into the second pad. Gonna put that in classic mode, and I'm gonna bring the release all the way down once again. That sounds pretty good together, I feel. What I'm going to do is actually, on this second chord here, for the third pad, I'm actually going to copy it over onto D1 pad, like that. And then for this third pad, I'm going to change the pitch. But let me just hear, with the beat, how this sounds. for this third one, I'm gonna just pitch it down a little bit and see how it sounds. Yeah, so I really like that one. So let me see if we can maybe find another chord which can probably come maybe at the end of the fourth bar, just to kind of give it a little slight variation at the end. Maybe let's have a look. Interesting. Let me drag that into the fourth pad.